What is going on, everyone? Chris with Journals, Comics, and Pop Culture. It is Friday Night Live. Hello to everyone that is already here, hanging out, flying solo tonight, but got some awesome things to talk about as always. Let me say what's up to everyone that is already here, starting a little later on Friday night because we do not have Comic Book Canon afterwards anymore. A reminder to you all that Comic Book Canon is now live every Sunday, but I'm still here for Friday Night Live. What is going on, beautiful people? So we got a hot topic of discussion, more stuff that I need to get off my chest, why I've stayed away from talking down on FOMO and Spec and all that goodness on my channel for basically the last 2 years since I've been going hard on my channel, right? We're going to get into that. I got some updates before that as well. I want to talk a little bit about whatnot. Of course, again, some reminders for what we're doing with Comic Book Canon. I want to also give you guys some reminders and updates on all the massive giveaways that were going on. We even have a potential giveaway that I will be doing tonight. Potentially, we shall see. But let me say what's up to everyone. Battle Delta, Louie. We'll see you on the rewind for sure. Pedro, what's going on, Pedro? Caleb, what's up, Caleb? We got Viper Guts, Viper GTS, Marvel Goddess, Rush, what's going on, Rush? Spider Dude, Dale, X11, man, beautiful, beautiful people. Dan's in the house. Matt Labno is here. What's going on, Matt? David LaRoe. Let's see. Dan is going to be live on the Tony Sanders show after here, folks. Lowbrow, what's going on, Serge? Oh, Serge. Serge just bought a slab. Uh-oh, something looks funny. Send me a pic, Serge. Matt Stadge in the house. What's going on, Matt? Let's see. Jay Ace. What is up? We got Tony T in the house. What's going on, Tony? Fight the Good Fight, Funhouse Comics, Daniel, Mid-Century Monsters. What's going on? Man, lots and lots of beautiful people. So, I hope everyone had a good week. It was kind of a weird week for me, I'll tell you. But I'm glad to be here on this Friday Night Live. Let's get into some things, folks. First and foremost, Comic Book Canon is live every Sunday night now. If you're not subbed up to us over there, please do so. That link is below. We have live shows every week. We go live at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern now. We are currently giving away a prize every show, probably for about the next 6 weeks. So I highly encourage you guys to sub us up because we're celebrating finally hitting that 1K mark. We're going to be giving away. We have a lot of slabs to give away. I believe we have maybe some gift cards to give away. I'm not too sure, but lots of slabs. We got some EGS slabs. We got some CGC slabs, some gifts donated from fellow community members like Joe G and Dan, who's here tonight. So I want to thank them again. But you're missing out by missing out on the show and not being subscribed to us. And also you're missing out on having a chance to win some of these awesome prizes every week. Each show, we're going to be doing a trivia question and giving anybody that's present in viewing a chance to win an awesome prize. All right, let's talk about my 10K subscriber contest. So last week we gave away a $50 gift card to mycomicshop.com to Los, who was in the house, got the answer correctly. I have another mycomicshop.com gift card that's running right now. So you guys got to go back and find the videos because like I said before, most of the giveaways are going to be in random videos that I post. And you have to be subscribed to me, obviously. You got to click the notification bell. You got to like that video. And you got to comment on that specific video in order to have a chance to win that specific prize. So right now, we are running a prize for the BCW Storefolio with a grab bag of comics. That's right here, actually, folks. It's full, too. So I'll probably be announcing the winner of this week. Or this weekend, excuse me, in the next 2 days. The XO Man of War Storefolio from BCW. Big shout out to BCW for sponsoring the giveaway. And look at this, guys. I won't show all the books, but It's filled with books. I might be room for like one or two more, but it's filled with books. You got some independent, some Marvel and DC, like random stuff in there. So this is still running. Anybody that subscribes goes and likes and comments on that video. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but we've only been doing this for what, not even 2 weeks now. You'll still have a chance to win this. I'm going to pull the winner this weekend. Mark Lineker, what's going on? Then we have the $50 gift card to mycomicshop.com. Again, a big thank you to mycomicshop.com for sponsoring the 10K giveaway. That's on another video. I'll give you a hint. I believe it's a top comics to invest in video. I do believe so. What else? Oh, that's right. We launched the EGS 9.8 Spawn 311 Chadwick Boseman tribute. That one is running right now as well. So again, folks, if you want a chance to win those prizes, go back, go watch some of my videos. I will be, let's see, we have at least a few more prizes. We have a big prize, a big slab, a signature series slab that was donated by Dan, who's here tonight. That's going to be one of the last ones I do. That one. And we have a gift card to an awesome place called A1 Comics. A $150 gift card, folks. Yeah, that's right. $150 gift card. So that might show up in a video. That might be on a live stream. But I just encourage you all to be following and be watching. Crispy, what's going on, Crispy? Nukes is here. Shadow Rat's here. We got the bots in the house. We got the bots in the house. You are not welcome. Get a life. Oh, I feel so sorry for you. Oh, man. Anyways, moving on, folks. Okay, so lots of prizes. We probably got a couple more weeks of prizes here on my show, and probably 6 more weeks of prizes on the Comic Book Canon. Now, I want to talk. I don't mind the bots, folks. The only bots I'm about are Autobots. All right, this is what we're going to get into next. We're going to talk about Whatnot, folks. If you guys aren't following me on Whatnot, I encourage you to do so at Journos Comics. No underscore like all my other handles, just Journos Comics. There should be a link below. If you don't have the app yet, check out the link below. If you use that link to sign up, you will get $10 off of your first order. Dan, it's all good. Thank you guys to all the moderators. Thank you. So I encourage you guys, use the link below in the description to sign up for Whatnot. You get $10 off of your first purchase, and that purchase doesn't even need to be from me. It could be from anybody on Whatnot. Now, you guys are going to have a chance to win something tonight. I have this awesome The Boys #1. This is the Gen Mint Comic Tom exclusive variant. This was a giveaway that went unclaimed that I did, I don't know, a few months back. It went unclaimed, so somebody else is going to have a chance to win this book. And I'm going to tell you right now what you could do to win this book tonight. And it might be tough to do so. We only have, it looks like 35 folks in the house right now. If I get up to, 500 followers on Whatnot tonight, we'll do a giveaway. But let me double check. Let's see how many followers I have on the Whatnot app. Let's see. Let's pull it up. Whatnot. We got 440 something. 440 something. So we need just over 50. So if we can get 50 people in here tonight and get 50 more people follow me on the Whatnot app. 58. We need 58 more followers. So go find me on the Whatnot app at Journos Comics. We'll be giving this awesome The Boys #1 away tonight. All right. I'll also throw in a Scout Comics digital pack. All right. We won't spend too much time on that, but I will definitely be checking in on the app as the show goes. Now, before we get into the topic of discussion, I do want to show off some books that I got on the Whatnot app, folks. So, as some of you may know, Mr. Habanero, what's going on? Yeah, it's all good. The bots are desperate. So, guys, for those that don't know, my upcoming Whatnot show is scheduled for March 11th. Right? I hope to see all you guys there. It's a Friday, March 11th, 2 weeks away. But I'm adding inventory every day, and 99% of my inventory is up for buy it now purchase. And you can secure it and purchase it before the show. The way I price my books is I guarantee, and I'm saying this is the practice that I want to build with you guys here. I will beat the large online retailers' prices. So I grade every single book. I write the grades on the back, and I am conservative with my grading. And then I price it accordingly, and I make sure that my price will always beat the major competitors like mycomicshop.com, who I love and support dearly, right? So everything is up for buy it now, and you can purchase it and secure it. I am having a contest. To anybody that makes a purchase is going to have an opportunity to win this Batman 500 foil variant signed by Kevin Nolan and Joe Quesada. There's a certificate of authenticity. You got the signatures right. There's Kevin's, and where's Joe? Is right there. And this is 2,473 out of 5,000 near mint book. This is going to be the giveaway for anybody that makes a purchase. Every line item purchased or every separate item purchased is going to be an entry into winning that book. All right. So just to show a few things I put in, we got early 90s newsstand of Avengers West Coast 62. This is the first full appearance of the Timekeepers. Got Batman 89. I got some high grade Mark Spector Moon Knight newsstand from the early 90s. This is a near mint copy. I got a near mint copy of Incredible Hulk 319. This is the wedding of Betty and Bruce. I got some near mint Wolverine, some late 80s and early 90s Wolverine of his ongoing series, issue 15, issue 25. And what I've been doing, I only have a few up right now, but I'm going to be doing more, is like small lots, folks. So like right here is like a Bronze Age Batman lot, 3 comic Batman lot. I got some Amazing Spider-Man, some high grade Copper Age Amazing Spider-Man newsstand for late 90s. And again, I'm only calling out newsstand if it's late 80s or early 90s. I recently made a video about that. Lots of Thor stuff. If Simon's in the house, lots of Thor stuff. Here's an Avengers lot, 3-book lot. Lenticular. Here's a lenticular variant lot. So lots of good stuff. I had some pretty decent keys up that sold already, but I definitely still have some keys, some minor keys. Lots of Bronze Age stuff, some Silver Age stuff. So guys, I'm telling you, please support. Go check out the sale that's active right now. For those that don't know, I'm going to show you really quick, and then we'll get into the topic of discussion tonight. Jason E., what's going on? So, you get into the app, right? And if you're not following, or not following me, or you want to search for me, you go to the little search bar, the little magnifying glass, you type Journos Comics in, and then my profile comes up, right? You see my little logo, Journos Comics. If you go, you see upcoming shows. You'll see the little thumbnail for my upcoming show. You can click on that. And it'll bring up, it's got the little preview video. Get the preview, there it is. There's a little preview video of the show. But if you, I got some Star Wars keys active right now. Then I got a Dr. Aphra #1. I got that Star Wars 20 Black Chrysanthemum Scar Origin. If you look at the little tag right there that says 133, that's the inventory. So before March 11th, you can click that little tag and go to see where it says buy it now. You hit the buy it now, and the buy it now is highlighted, and you can see my inventory. Every book is noted with details. Like I give you, details of the book. If it's a key, if it's a first appearance, then I give you grade. and price. So everything is there detailed and outlined for you guys. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to hit me up. So 2 things. Again, if we get to 500 followers tonight on the Whatnot app, I'll be giving away this, the boys exclusive variant, along with a Scout digital comic. And also anybody that makes a purchase, every one item purchased is an entry into winning this awesome signed Batman 500 foil variant. All right. Any questions before we get into tonight's heavyweight topic of discussion? Oh my goodness. These bots just don't quit tonight, man. Should we put them in timeout? Should we put them in the corner, folks? Blocked. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Any questions, folks? Let me grab some water. We're going to get into this, guys. Of course, if this is your first time joining the channel, please subscribe. We just hit 10K a couple weeks back now. Lots of giveaways coming. I make content almost every single day for those that don't know. All right, everyone. Let's do this. Yeah, Caleb, I know, right? The channels I'm on for are just asked to hide all bots. I hear you. Okay, guys, we got something to talk about. You guys excited about this? I don't know where this is going to go. I'm going to tell you right now, I really don't know where this is going to go, but we're going to do our best. Crispy, absolutely. All right, everyone. So I'm going to pull up my notes here. I did take a few talking point notes, not too much. Like I said, I don't really know where this is going to go, but I'm going to run with it because over the last few weeks, things have transpired that have, been brought to my attention. Oh, one last thing before we get into it. Friday Night Live next week, 1 week from tonight, we are going to have an amazing roundtable panel again on Friday Night Live. We're going to be talking all things graded comics, guys. We're going to dive deep into the industry of graded comics, the state of graded comics, CGC, CBCS, EGS. We are going to discuss all of those hot fire talking points and controversial talking points. And we are going to have some awesome guests on. We're going to have Drew from Como Comics. All right. He's going to be here with us next Friday talking graded comics and slabs. And we also have another guest that is going to check in with me, hopefully within the next 24 hours to confirm. He's another awesome YouTuber doing awesome things. So be on the lookout for that announcement. That's going to be next Friday. So we're going to have another roundtable discussion. I really enjoyed the last discussion we had with Swaggle Haas and Automatic Comics. So we're going to have another one 1 week from tonight. Hope to see all of you guys there for sure. All right, let's get into this. Let's bring this up. Let's bring this up. Where are we? Here we go. Okay. All right, folks. The topic of discussion tonight is why I stayed away from talking down on speculation and FOMO on my channel for 2 years. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I've recently actually have been vocal about some concerns with FOMO and speculation. I've made a few videos. I've talked about it on the Canon during our top 10. I did a segment called Is FOMO a Mental Illness? I have been talking about it for the last few weeks. And because of what's transpired over the last few weeks is the reason why we're doing this live stream tonight. Let me add a little bit of history in context, folks. The reason why I've never talked down on FOMO or speculation, ultimately for the most part, is because I'm not a speculation or FOMO hater. I'm not somebody that sits here and points at somebody for doing something with comic books in a different way than me and simply hate on them. If people want to speculate on comics, that's fine. and I've said this before and I'll say it again, FOMO, to a certain extent, can be healthy and can be fun at times. Fear of missing out can be fun at times if we keep it in check, but that's a whole other. So I've stayed away from talking down on it simply because my MO is to be not just optimistic. It's not that I'm just sitting here being optimistic about the hobby, but it's because as a collector myself and as a businessman, and when I take these two things and blend them together, I understand how ultimately all of these things are essentially good for the hobby, whether or not I like them or not. I talk about that with variants. I'm not a big variant person, but for those that want to go spend hundreds of dollars on a variant, it's good for the hobby. There's many reasons why. I'm not here to answer that tonight. Graded comics, so you hate them or you love them, right? Books are meant to be read. I take mine raw and only raw, and all this. And then there's people that'll send dollar books to CGC, just hoping to get a 9.8. And it's fine. Either way, it's fine, right? You do you, they do them. It's good for the hobby. I've talked about often in the past how if you don't speculate, you don't care about value, whatever the case may be, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, because when people come out and say and speak down about speculation or FOMO, I usually say, dude, just do you. Just do you. Don't worry about it. That's the heart of why I don't talk down on anything in this hobby when I really feel that the majority of things that people point fingers at are actually good things. And we'll probably circle back to this as we come full circle in this conversation tonight. But let's move on to why I started to address FOMO in speculation. The reason why I started coming into 2022 and saying, all right, guys, is FOMO, what's going on with FOMO? What's going on with the movie speculation? Is it out of control? Paste Pot Pete gets rumored. Simple Simon, a nobody that never showed up in a comic book. And we're paying hundreds of dollars for a book that was in the dollar bin. It's okay to look at these things from two ways that I've been looking at them. For one, saying, is this sustainable? And putting a question mark, is this sustainable? Because it seems to be so extreme. I'm not saying it's bad, but I have concerns. Because as a business person, as an analytics person, somebody who understands the stats and data and the mathematics and science behind it, I can look at how the market's moving and be a bit concerned. I'll give you an example. Superior Iron Man. And we're going to talk about Superior Iron Man on Sunday on the Comic Book Cannon Show. Superior Iron Man was what? A $5, maybe $10 book in near mint condition. Maybe. And I think it's been pushing upward, getting close to the $100 mark. Because of a guess, because of a movie trailer of a blurred person where we have an image going around online that I believe to be doctored. I do believe that image to be doctored, because if Marvel didn't want us to know something, we wouldn't know, just like they took the other Spider-Man out of the No Way Home trailer. And we are saying, with our pocketbooks, I know I could have bought that for $5, but I'm going to spend 15 times that now because I don't know, there's a blur in a preview and it might be this character. We can question that, and that's okay. I'm not hating on speculation. I'm not hating on FOMO, but I'm looking at it from a business standpoint, right? An investment standpoint, a data standpoint, a statistical standpoint. There's nothing wrong with that. And then the other aspect is a cultural standpoint and a socio-cultural. And what I mean by that is the deeper root of how and why we behave in certain ways. And this speaks to what I talked about is FOMO a mental illness? So when we take ourselves and take the conversation outside of comic books and just look at our actions, our raw actions, and look at it from psychological, sociological standpoint, sociocultural, really. And again, as having, I say this all the time and often, folks, I don't sit here and bring up my background in education to like toot a horn or to act like I know everything. But for those like look, guys, I was a screw. I'm getting kind of real quick sidebar. I was messed up in high school. All right. I was down a very dark path doing really dumb stuff. I don't know how I graduated. I didn't go back to college until I was 29 years old. And JLS, what's going on? PJ, what's going on? Going back to college as a father at 29 years old, I battled my way through college to earn 3 degrees. And one of those degrees was a sociology degree. And I'll tell you, folks, it's not the degree that means anything. Screw the degree, because I got out. I graduated with honors, had 3 degrees, and couldn't get hired at a job. So it's not even about the paper, but it's about the knowledge and soaking up, what you learn. And guys, if you can ever if you don't have a degree or anything, and I really encourage you guys to go take a class or two at a community college just to learn something. Maybe you're interested in astronomy or something like that. Go take an astronomy class. Maybe you want to learn art. Go take an art class at a community college. I recommend it. Anyways, back to my point. I'm not saying this to toot a horn or act like I know everything, but as somebody who's studied this stuff, when you look at the socio-cultural aspect of how and why we do things, the way that we react, in the way that we, FOMO out, so to say, is very, very cultural. It is something that goes far beyond society. It is a way that we validate ourselves. It's a telling sign of how psychologically these days we let out our, endorphins and all the good feelings in our brains. I talked about the hypervigilance and the fight or flight. I talked about all these things in that video that I did. So this is another reason why I bring this up. And I think FOMO can be healthy, but when we allow it to become like an addiction, in our patterns, the way that we act, and the patterns that we can see in our actions, when they mirror that of an addict, say a gambling addict, just as one example, it does become problematic and something that we should question on a deeper level. Bobby, what's going on? Thank you. Brandon, what's going on, Brandon? So, these are the 2 main reasons why I've been speaking about these things as of late. Now, you may be asking, but Chris, why are you bringing this up, saying, why haven't you talked about it ever on your channel before, really? And remember, I prefaced that. And for those that weren't here that are just joining, I preface that by saying, because really, I think all these things are ultimately good for the hobby, and I'm not sitting here pointing fingers at anyone. But there's a deeper reason that we're going to get to about why I don't go there usually. But let me finish this talking point. Looking at these things from a business and a market and an analytic standpoint, and looking at it from a cultural, psychological, socio-cultural standpoint, there are things that worry me. And that's why I've said my platform here with Journos Comics in the year 2022 is to do an even better job. With that great power comes great responsibility. To do an even better job of making sure that anybody that watches my channel is an educated collector, is a smart buyer. I want to be responsible to making sure that I am using my platform to educate as many collectors as I possibly can. Now, when I say educated, doesn't mean steer you in one direction or not. Like, oh, well, you need to collect like I do. Collecting variants is bad. Don't do no. That if there are people out there, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to call anyone out. I don't know if anyone does this, but if there are content creators or anybody with a platform that says variants are bad, don't collect variants, they don't have your best interest at heart. If there's anybody out there that says graded comics are bad, don't collect graded comics, they don't have your best interest at heart. Now, they could sit and say graded comics are bad, and this is why I think that, and then they can give you their opinion, right? But if they're telling you not to do something or to do something because it's, groupthink to what they're thinking is right, then they don't have your best interest. I'm not here to tell you to collect slabs or not. I'm not here to tell you to buy variants or not. I'm not here to tell you to speculate on comics or not. I'm not here to tell you to FOMO out on not. I'm telling you that no matter what you do out of all those things, be smart, be educated. There's tools out there for this. Here, let me help you. Let me help you show you these tools. Now you do what you do. That's my platform. What's going on, Seb? Michael has a Matt Dillon story. Michael, share it in the comments, and if I see it and have a moment, I'll definitely read it. So, you guys are hilarious. The inside joke is just growing. It's going to be worse than the Dark Hawk inside joke. Oh my goodness, guys. Simple Simon. The reason why I haven't really gone here yet, though, I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to tell you. Oh man, Marvel Goddess, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Before I tell you guys, though, I'm teasing you. See how I do this? Before I tell you guys, I'm going to bring something up here real quick. And this was brought to my attention today. And I didn't even think about this. So I posted the thumbnail for the show on my Instagram, why I stayed away from talking down on FOMO and Spec. And somebody commented saying, because it might hurt your comic book sales. And I was like, ooh, did I shoot myself in the foot with that one? Chad, what's going on, Chad? Chad's giving into FOMO. He's going all out. Look, Chad, I support you. I really do. I support you. If you know what you want to do, and just, if you need any help, though, we're here for you. We're here for you. All right. But, so, and I don't know if this, I think this individual is just being playful and fun, because it might hurt your comic book sales. And I mean, hey, that's a valid question, right? Maybe I don't talk down on FOMO or speculation because if I'm selling comics, I don't want anything to come back and hurt me in a way that'll make me less money. But the irony in that comment is this. The irony in that comment is that I've only been selling comics for 2 months. And when I started selling comics, is when I started talking about the Spec and FOMO and my concerns. So, nope, that's not why. That is not why. And if anybody wants to accuse me of that, go right ahead. But it's clearly obvious that's not the point. Because I stayed away from it for my 2 years on this channel when I wasn't even selling comics whatsoever at all. So, but I mean, hey, do other people do that or go that route? I can't speak for anyone else other than myself. But it's interesting that I have brought it up now that I am selling some comics, right? And with that being said, guys, because we're gonna get to the juicy stuff, but I want to take a quick break to remind you guys, if we get to 500 followers on the Whatnot app, link below, follow me at Journos Comics. I'll be giving away this exclusive, The Boys #1 Gem Mint Comic Tom exclusive, and I'll be throwing in the Scout digital comics. It eats what feeds it. Let's do a pit stop check to see where we're at with followers on the Whatnot app really quick. And then we are going to get back into the main talking point for tonight. All right. Whatnot app does have a little bit of glitches. Sometimes you need to go in and out again too, folks. But again, growing pains. This app, they're doing big things. So it doesn't look like we got any new followers, guys. So we're still 58 away. Let's see if we can get some more up tonight. All right. Back to the topic at hand. I was reminded why I stay away from talking down about FOMO and speculation over the last couple of weeks. I was reminded why from all the comments, not all the comments, but from some comments on some of the recent videos that I did, expressing my concerns. And it's always the two things. It's always two things. It's one, it's the conspiracy theorists or the people that are flat out extreme in their points of views, and they have to badmouth anybody that speculates. And I can't stand that. I'm gonna be quite honest. And maybe some of you have commented in my comments expressing these opinions, and I don't mean no harm to you guys, and I don't mean no disrespect, but I got to be honest. I can't stand it. People, I hear words like, words that I'm not going to say right now, posers or speculators are nothing but posers, or, people that don't even care about comics that are, ruining the hobby. And it's just, it's this extreme sensationalized rhetoric. And because I opened the door saying, hey guys, I'm a little concerned with some of the FOMO out there. I'm a little concerned with the exaggerated speculation that's going on out there right now. As soon as I do that, it opens the floodgate for all the people to pick up their pitchforks and go to that extreme. People that collect graded books aren't collectors. They're ruining the hobby. All this stuff. They're idiots. They're stupid. They're this, they're that. I don't go there, guys. It's like, what's the point of taking this mentality? Of putting that negative energy out there? For one, I mean, again, it's like, how old are we? Come on, guys. I don't care if you think what somebody's doing is stupid or not. Express it in a way that, is in an adult manner, for one. But it's just like when I talked about my issues with Key Collector. As soon as I said I disagree with how Key Collector is labeling this first appearance, and they're doing it again with this one, this is a problem. As soon as I did that, everyone picked up the pitchforks. Death to Key Collector. And it got nasty. It really got nasty and personal to Nick, who runs Key Collector. And it's just disgusting. You can hate the app all you want. If it's not for you, fine. But to take it to then make personal attacks at a human being, at a fellow human being, it's just freaking disgusting. Corel, what's going on? White Devil, what's going on? So, and then on the flip side of that, when I made a video saying the key collector was right about something, those same people that were getting behind me, picking up the pitchforks when I was saying I disagree with key collector, were now picking up the pitchforks against me. Oh, you're on the key collector bandwagon now. You know, journos sold out. Gotta love it, right? Gotta love it. You guys, come on, people. Love you guys, but come on, guys. Come on. Come on. It's the same thing with the FOMO and the speculation. It's the same thing with CGC. I make a video saying I got a problem with CGC. You get all the anti-CGC people picking up the pitchforks. Yeah, death to CGC and graded comics. Journo's my hero. But then I make a video showing off books I'm sending off to CGC or saying a positive thing about CGC. Like saying, I don't think CGC is manipulating the market by, setting quotas for 9.8s. Journo's a sellout. The same people. Ooh, the energy's getting crazy in here. The lights are flickering. The same people that'll sit there and rally with me and pick up the pitchforks against CGC. When I say something positive about CGC, those same people turn the pitchforks right back around on me. Come on, guys. The same thing with speculation. The same thing with speculation. Comic Toby, stop blinding me. I love it, man. I love it. R.I.P. Zumbi. So I make these videos and I say, is FOMO mental illness? I have concerns. Is this movie speculation a little out of control? I have some concerns. I get all the anti-speculation people, the anti-flippers. Yeah, Journo's my hero. But then I get people that have championed me for so long. And as soon as I question speculation, there's a group of people that are on the other side of the extreme that say, why are you being so negative? Why, speculate, whatever it may be. Guys, I'm going to humble myself and zen myself out here for you guys because I love you all and we're all passionate, right? I know I am. And I love you guys and your passion as long as it's respectful. But I want to encourage you. I don't want to tell you because telling you can be demeaning. I don't want to tell you. I want to encourage you guys. Just like I'm encouraging you all to be smart collectors. A part of that is stepping outside of your boxes. JLS, I agree 100%. I encourage you all to step outside of your boxes. Okay. What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, let's see. Say you grew up in a very warm place and you can't stand living in the cold and in the snow. But say you got a job offer in Wisconsin or something where it gets really, really cold and a ton of snow, right? and maybe your spouse is from there or something, and they're like, you got to see the positives. And you're like, no, absolutely not. The only place to live is in Southern California or, Florida, Miami, Florida, on the beaches, something like that, right? And I know that might be a bad example, but step outside of your box. All right. Maybe you hate fish, but you know that your son or your daughter really loves crab. Maybe you hate seafood and they really love crab and they want it for their birthday. You might hate it, but you might get joy of treating your son or daughter to crab on their birthday. I know these are horrible examples, right? I need you all to step outside of your boxes and understand that everything in this hobby is not so black and white. You may not like Key Collector, but it doesn't mean it's an evil. You may not like slab comics, but it doesn't mean it's an evil. You might not care about the value of your books, and you might not care about speculating, but it doesn't mean that it's an evil. And vice versa. Maybe you love speculation, but just because somebody questions it doesn't make them evil. You may only collect graded comics, but if somebody says, I don't own any graded comics, I never will, it doesn't mean it's an evil for them. As long as they understand and you understand that what you're doing works for you and what they're doing works for them, and the only time it should be a problem isn't when it goes against how you collect, but when you can actually sit here and critically think for yourself and look at the facts and the data and the statistics and everything going on and create a sound argument of why you might have a problem with something. Terry, thank you so much. Thanks for the heads up last week with the simple sign. Oh, Terry. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate you. Good luck with that. Seriously, I'm you guys are awesome. I have Michael. Oh my gosh. You guys are crazy. So let me Tattoo Joe, what's going on? No, it was Simple Simon Vulture. One character, guys. You guys know how I do this. I like to repeat myself. And I'm going to repeat myself here really quick just to make sure I flesh it out. You shouldn't have a problem with anything in this hobby. You shouldn't have a problem with anything in this hobby unless you are able to bring forward a sound argument of why you may feel something is problematic. This goes for speculation. It goes for graded comics. It goes for variants, print runs, auction houses. It even goes to, and we could dive into more controversial things like race, gender, sexuality, and I don't like to call it gender swapping, but when a new character comes along that was a mantle of one gender and now it's a different gender, all these things. So I'm throwing those in there because it's all in the same pot. There's a lot of people out there. What's going on, Bronze Age? Joseph, what's going on, Joseph? There's a lot of people out there. Jeff's in the house. the other 50% of comic book canon. All of these things, whether they're, little things like I said, like variants, or some things that tend to be more controversial, like race or gender and things like that. None of these things should bother you unless you can actually substantiate an argument why. Now, let me encourage you guys more. I'm going to encourage you guys. I'm going to try to help you understand what I mean by a valid argument. And I'm going to do that by telling you what a valid argument isn't. Okay? I'm going to clarify what a valid argument is by telling you what a valid argument isn't. A valid argument isn't because it simply goes against your fixed ways. Okay? So I kind of said that before. Graded comics are ruining the hobby because books are supposed to be touched and read. It's blasphemy. It's not a valid argument. It's not a valid argument at all. Variants are killing the hobby because there's who needs all those books? Just give me just collect cover A. That's not a valid argument. You know what else is not a valid argument? Groupthink. Groupthink is not a valid argument. And that's why I'm very cautious of how I talk to you guys. I don't want to come on here on a Friday Night Live show every week and say something and have all of you say, awesome show, Chris, peace. And then you take everything I say verbatim. And when you're watching somebody else or talking with your friends or in Facebook forums and you're repeating everything I said because you're like, I like that guy, Chris Journos. I like what he has to say. And I'm just going to take it all in and not think for myself. I don't want you doing that. I want you to think for yourself. I want you to listen to what I'm saying, and I want you to question it. I want you to critically think. Is what he's saying, does he have a point in what he's saying? Well, how do you know I have a point? I'm giving you tools. Take the tools and go use them. And then you'll know if the point is valid or not. Go do your research. Go do your due diligence. Study. And learn it for yourself. Don't groupthink. Groupthink is not a valid argument. Just because a YouTuber has 100,000 subscribers or 50,000 or they used to work for DC or I don't care who they are. Just because they come on a platform and they're passionate like me and talk at the camera and say, this is ruining comics because of this. Don't just take it for granted. Question it. Just like I want you to question me. Same goes for me. I get no special treatment here. Phil, what's up, Phil? You validate an argument first and foremost by being able to put yourself on the other side of your own biases. And when I say biases, we all have them. It's what you think to be right or true or just. If you aren't able to put yourself on the other side of what you believe to be true and just, you will never have a valid argument. Never. Moonlit, what's going on, Moonlit? Thanks for hanging out. So as somebody who has always been optimistic about speculation, and I get tired of people saying everyone's a dirty flipper and this like that, it wouldn't be fair for me to tell all of you that speculation is great without sitting here and saying, okay, well, what might be some concerns when it comes to speculation? You see what I'm saying? It goes with the same thing with all these people that are mad about certain things happening in comic books right now. And I'm not going to get too deep into this, but I am going to say this, and a lot of you may just know what I'm already talking about. And I've already talked about this a lot, how people are just ugly, but this goes back to the socio-cultural aspect. We have culturally accepted a certain type of groupthink, and we hop on the bandwagon and run with it. We don't think for ourselves. We hear the rhetoric that is purposefully sensationalized. And we don't even process it consciously a lot of times. And a lot of times it speaks to our biases that are already there. And that don't take bias as a horrible, bad word. But biases are just things that we've carried on with us because we've never allowed ourselves to think outside of the box. We have to do that. We have to allow ourselves to step outside of ourselves. And when I come on my channel and I talk about CGC, when I talk about key collector, when I talk about speculation, FOMO, and all these things, I might seem like a conundrum. Why? Because I don't lean to this side or that side. I don't group think. I don't follow the trend. I don't follow the sheep, nor do I follow the wolves. I make my own path. And what do I mean by this? I don't got to sit here and be anti-CGC. Because being anti-CGC, you don't have an argument. If you are simply anti-CGC, I'm sorry. You will not win with your argument. If you are pro-CGC, I'm not with you either. And if you're just pro-CGC, you will not win your argument. You understand what I'm saying? If you are just pro-speculator flipper or anti-speculator flipper, you won't win your argument. Pro-variant, anti-variant. Both sides, you won't win. And when I say pro, I mean the extreme of the anti, meaning there's no other way. There's no other way. So I may seem like a conundrum to many of you. Because in one video, I'm saying something good about speculation. And in the next video, I'm questioning my concerns for speculation. One video, I'm talking good about CGC. The next, I'm questioning and expressing my concerns for CGC. Some of you may call me a sellout. Some of you may not understand and say that I flip-flop. I don't flip-flop at all. I stand firm. But the reason why I do what I do is because we live in a culture currently right now that has forgot how to think for themselves, and it forgot that we don't see the world in black and white, that the world around us is not black and white, thinking that they need to choose a side. So, what's the moral of my story here, and how am I going to sum this up? Do I flip-flop? I don't flip-flop. If you're using the term flip-flop in the term that I think in the context that it's being used here, I don't say things to appease people. I don't, when you look at like the political climate to get votes, when you look at the music industry to sell records, when you look at YouTubers to get clicks and subscribers, I can't sit, and again, I can't speak for anybody else, but Look, we all want clicks and views, but I've said it a million times. I'm not going to flip-flop my positions or say something because I think it's going to benefit whoever's listening. And that's the beauty. And I love this about my viewers. Like, my viewers, I have attracted all different kind of viewers. And sometimes some of the viewers, though, get kind of taken back when I finally say, like, maybe they were exposed to me when I was being, disagreeing with Key Collector. And then maybe it's shocking when they hear me agree with Key Collector. Maybe they were exposed to me when I was saying CGC is tripping. What the hell is this? But then I say something good and they're like, and then they're like, oh, unsubscribe from Journal. Like, guys, it's not black and white. It's not even about being neutral, Serge. It's definitely seen from both sides, but being neutral, it's not. I don't like that word neutral. It's not neutral. Neutral means you don't have an opinion on anything. That's what neutral is. It's like, nope, I don't want to do anything or say anything to offend you or offend you. I'm neutral. I'm in a safe zone. I'm not neutral whatsoever. I'm not here or neutral. I'm like up here and all around here because I see the bigger picture. Neutral is not offending either side. What I'm doing can certainly piss people off on both sides because they don't get the conundrum. I'm going to say one more important thing as well. Anybody that has a platform, and all they do, and all they are doing is being negative, then they don't whatever platform they're using, like comic books or pop culture, they're not here for comic books or pop culture. And negative can be on either side of the spectrum. Like, can you imagine if all I did was talk crap about CGC? I mean, if all I did was come here and talk crap about CGC, talk crap about variants, talk crap about Key Collector, talk crap about cover price, talk crap about modern books, talk crap about speculators and flippers, talk crap about FOMO. Can you imagine if every single video I did was like that? I want to take a little poll right now. If every single video I made was picking up a pitchfork and saying and telling you why we should expose CGC, why we should expose Key Collector, and why we should expose modern books and flippers and speculators, yes or no? How many people would enjoy my channel? And while you guys are answering that, I'm going to say one thing about that. I guarantee you, if that's all I did on my channel, I don't know how many subscribers I'd have or how many views I would get, but I'll tell you what, there would be an absolute ton of very, very loud people. Yeah, it would be a downer, right? I thought that was the channel. Awesome. So, but again, what if my channel was, oh man, CGC and, happy-go-lucky, Key Collector, go collect, cover price, CGC, big YouTubers, flippers, speculators. Yeah, buy that Black Panther 3 for $300 or for $100. Oh man, West Coast Avengers 45 was the greatest purchase I ever made. Yeah, the comic books, great. Yeah. Oh, CGC. They're perfect. Everyone's so perfect. What if I did that? Would that be good too? Yes or no? Neither of them would be me being genuine and enjoying this hobby. But back to what I was saying. Being negative all the time does nothing for this hobby. There are too many people out there that use this hobby to sensationalize the rhetoric. And I want you guys to be mindful of that. And the reason why I bring that up is because I think a lot of people feed into that. And I see it from some of my viewers, and again, it goes back to just kind of getting stuck in that groupthink mentality. And I think we become a little bit lazy. And again, I'm not saying this to be rude, because we all can do it in the modern age with the way technology is given to us, where we don't question things and we don't second guess things. And we don't stop to pause for a minute. We don't stop to pause and actually say, does that actually make sense? Brandon, there's a lot of that out there. There's a lot of YouTubers. And to be honest, I was commenting on somebody's video the other day. This is a YouTuber that started out that I actually kind of enjoy. Like, I was like, oh, well, kind of like their take. And they've allowed themselves to be full-blown negative. It's like, why are you here? All you do is talk about how comics suck, and DC sucks, and Marvel sucks, and this is ruining comics, and that's ruining comics. Every day, every single video. And this is the, and a lot, I'm sure some of you have done it, so I'm not trying to hate on anybody that's ever done this, because believe me, when I'm on social media, I want to use the facepalm emoji all the time. But maybe I should start making videos with the thumbnail of my head and my face like this, because those seem to be the most popular. DC's ruining comics. Marvel's ruining comics. Another trash decision for Marvel. These comics suck. What is going on with comics? Like, every day. Why are you talking about comics then? Why in the world are you talking about comics? Star Wars as well, Dale. They're so Star Wars fans probably have been like, you're a Star Wars fan, but all you do is talk crap about Star Wars. What is it? Oh my God, it's like an abusive relationship, man. Yeah, crispy. I know, right? It's absolutely nuts, guys. It's nuts. So something I like to say a lot, and I'm not talking at you guys when I say this, because anytime I'm giving advice, I include myself. And you guys probably often hear me say, we got to do better, right? We have to do better. And I'm not saying you have to, we, all of us. I know everyone doesn't have a platform, but I do. And I'm trying to do better. I want you guys to do better too. Think for yourselves. Think outside of the box. And it's okay to express yourself and say that people that grade comics boggle my mind because I don't see any appeal in it. That's perfectly fine. But don't sit here and attack people and say that they're the devil just because they enjoy that. Right? Thanks, mid-century. Yeah. Think for yourself. Think for yourself, guys. I need to bring up something else too before we, kind of get to the tail end of our show. I'm gonna get some water, but this has been on my mind a lot lately too. I think you guys will like this. This is a good one. And look, I'm telling you, I'm not attacking anyone. I'm just hopefully allowing you guys to critically think. Because remember, there's no bad people here for the most part. A lot of us are flawed and we're learning and we're growing. That's why I said, let's just keep trying to be better. And social media is a fickle thing, right? Stuff gets taken out of context often, but, there are a lot of people that would rather not act like adults at times. So we got to do better there as well. But let's go. I want to talk real briefly about these people that are so anti-speculation and anti-healthy market, so to say. And they can't stand YouTubers. And I knew this right around the time I hit probably 5,000 subscribers. It's so funny how a lot of people think, and I tell you, this is why it's so dangerous sometimes, because we're not even conscious of it. We're not even conscious of this. We get mad at YouTubers when they get a certain amount of notoriety or viewership or subscribership, right? And as soon as they hit a certain mark, then it's like, shame on them. There's so many people, and I'm sorry to go this route, but, Comic Tom and Gem Mint, I mean, they're the, two big dogs in the comic community that get a lot of crap. And I'm not saying you guys need to like what they do, but, when it comes to like the top 10 and how they break down the market, they do the couple, they do, the top 10, like hottest comics, and then they do the record setting sales and stuff like that, and then, I think they really set the tone for that type of video series, and everyone and their mother are doing those types of videos, including myself, right? But it's interesting because most people that do these videos, including Tom and Jem, for the most part, and again, I don't watch too much YouTube, guys, to be quite honest, from anyone. So I only have sample sizes of what people do. I know Very Gary now does the top 10 from Cover Price, but he does like the 1 year later analysis. Obviously, TiVo and Lords of the Long Box, they do the weekly top 10 from Cover Price the moment it comes out. But a lot of what these channels are doing is they're taking data. They're taking data, and that's it. They're telling you what's going on in the market. And maybe they have, they're animated, and they get excited talking about it just like I do. Well, not just like I do, I mean in their own ways, but I get excited. I'm passionate, I'm animated. And whenever a book gets hot, everyone points the finger back at the YouTubers. Everyone points the finger back at the YouTubers saying, this book is only hot because the YouTubers, them, who I'm talking about. All they're doing is sitting there with their buddies and talking it up so they can make a couple bucks on the back end and flip a few comics on eBay. I'm going to pose a question for all of you right now. Right now. What makes what I do when I talk about my top 10, what Comic Tom and Gem Mint do, what Very Gary does, what TiVo does, who else? Who else talks about top 10, pressable defects? I'm trying to think of some of the bigger channels. You got Pop Culture and AR, Robbie with Pop Culture Philosophers. They do, that's different because they're focusing on the stories not just sales data and trending sales data. But all the big YouTubers, that's what they do. Reggie does it. What makes what these YouTubers do any different than what most of you do when you go on eBay? When you go on eBay and you share a screenshot of the Multiverse of Madness trailer, and you share the screenshot of this person who you think is maybe Superior Iron Man, and you put in there how many you got your Superior Iron Man number ones, or you go, oh man, you go in your back issue bin like, I got 3 copies of Superior Iron Man number 1. You go and you pull them out, you take a picture of it, you post it on Instagram. Who got their Superior Iron Man number 1s ready? What's the difference? You're doing the same thing. You are sitting there propping up your books based solely on spec. And if you don't, what? You don't have a following? You're not a YouTuber? You're not Comic Tom? You don't have mystery mail calls? You know, you're not a dealer that sells thousands of slabs every day. You're just some guy on YouTube with maybe 500 people following you. But if you don't think those 500 people that are following you are FOMOing out by scrolling their newsfeed and seeing, because those 500 people that are following you, they're following 500 or 1,000 other people, and they're all doing the same. Everyone is doing the same thing. They're all finding their West Coast Avengers 45 when Vision showed up. Who's got their West Coast Avengers 45? I'm posting it on Instagram. You don't think people are FOMOing out because they're not seeing what you're doing? It's the same thing. Stop blaming YouTubers. Stop blaming YouTubers for making top 10 lists and hot spec lists as the reason why these books are going crazy. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that this modern form of information, I'm not saying that it doesn't impact it, because it does. It all does. It absolutely impacts how we spec or FOMO out, or how we collect, because we can pull out our phone and watch these big YouTubers. It does. But again, it's the same thing when we pull up Instagram and we're watching our news feed. It's just the way of the world today, guys. This is the world that we live in. All right, Bronze Age. I wish you were here tonight because we could talk about this. Bronze Age brings up a good point. He says, the problem has never been YouTubers talking up their books to sell them for more. It's been about some of them driving affiliate links for sales. Okay. Bronze Age and I, folks, we have a lot in common. But Bronze Age, I'm going to, just taking this context from what you're saying, I mean, obviously we're not having a two-way conversation here. I'm going to disagree with you. And I'm going to explain why, respectfully, of course. I have no problem with a YouTuber talking about books, as long as they're talking about them factually, and then having an affiliate link where they can buy those books. I have no problem with it. And let me tell you why. Because it's not a crime to be a salesman. It's not. If somebody's being a salesman and they're telling you that they're being a salesman, they're not doing anything wrong. Is a used car salesman often kind of sleazy and, hyping things up? Sure. But unless they're lying to you, they're just a sleazy car salesman. Now, I'm not calling any YouTuber sleazy car salesman. I'm just using that as kind of an extreme example. They could be pushy. They can be push and shove. But you know, as long as they're not lying about what's under the hood or how many miles are on that car or what the warranty is, you have an autonomous decision to make based on your own free will, whether or not you want to take the information that they're giving you and make a purchasing decision on it. Why not? If somebody has a platform and wants to say, let's talk about books that are moving on the market. All right? Let's talk about books that are moving on the market. Now, okay, look, I have, let me see if I have a book for sale right here. I'm going to get to the point. I'm going to get to a point. I mean, I guess I'll just use this book right here. So, this was a hot spec book during the Loki show. I think it's cooled off a little bit, but I have this book for sale right now. It's on my whatnot. If I posted a video tomorrow saying MCU spec books, MCU spec books to invest in, and I had this book on there, and I said, okay, Avengers West Coast 62. Say this book didn't cool off and it had increased some, right? Say, over the last year it increased by maybe 40%. And I give you my honest opinion. I'm like, okay, well, I think that first off, the timekeepers, we know what happened to them in Loki. Maybe they're not done. Maybe the real timekeepers are going to show up. I don't know. But look, it's still not a very expensive book. Like this one I got at $15. So look, I mean, it's a early 90s newsstand, decent, fine looking grade. For $15, it's low risk, but it's something that could increase in value over time. I don't know. I would share my personal opinion. Would that make it wrong that I'm selling it if I'm not lying to you about it? Right? Now, let's take another example, though. Say there's a book that it's hitting record high sales. And all we're talking about is the book hitting record high sales. And we're like, man, this book went up this much percent, record high sales is blowing my mind. Wow, this book is hot. Check out my affiliate link below. Again, are they lying to you? If they're not lying to you, they're not essentially doing anything wrong. But let me tell you what I wouldn't do. Let's see. Bronze says, it's more of an omission than an outright lie. Many that make those list videos aren't being very upfront about having their affiliate connections visible. I don't know. I can't speak to. I know there's a big one out there, and that is very vocal about their affiliate. It's not. They're so vocal about it that people think that this YouTuber actually works for this affiliate when they're just affiliates. So I know that, and I can't speak for anyone, but Bronze Age, yeah, transparency absolutely matters. But at the end of the day, it's our decision. It's our decision. Now, I ride with the code of ethics. And I wouldn't purposefully, like, say I was making a hot list, right, for a video. And I had a stack of books to sell, right? If I went and made my 10 lists, 10 books that I was selling, now that's not right. That's not right. Because although I may not be lying, it's like, my YouTube channel is more than I'm not just on YouTube trying to sell comics. If I was on YouTube trying to sell comics, then I would do that in every video. Hey guys, Chris with Journals Comics here. Man, you got to get your hot books. You got to get them now. Today, we're going to talk about 10 hot books that are moving up on the market, and I got all 10 right here. That's right. You can get all 10. Let's check this one. This one up 40% on the market. Get it right now with my link below. This book right here, up 52% on the market. I'm telling you, it's a hot deal. Get it while it's hot. Get it while it's hot. Get that link below. Oh, man, next up, we got this book, and that's right. I got them for sale. I got them all for sale. You can't get them anywhere else but here because I'm going to have the best deal for you. You better cut, right? So nothing's wrong with that. Nothing is even wrong with that. But what does it make me look like? All I am is a salesman, and that's not why I'm here. That's not why I'm here at all, right? No, Bronze, this is a good talking point because I was kind of wrapping up the main convo, and this is a kind of good thing to have a, chat discussion on, so I appreciate it. Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, the pump and dump thing, that's kind of that extreme. That's that extreme, like where you think, like, there's people that are, Simon's here. What's going on, Simon? There's people that are out there with the reputation making lots of money. Why are they going to try to pump and dump a book to make $100 in their pocket or something? But I think, Bronze Age, I understand what you're saying. It comes down to what you value in a YouTuber, I think. It comes down to the trust that you put in a YouTuber, how you value what they say and what they do. And like the example I just gave you, if I wanted to just be a car salesman, I could do that. And I think some people that are on YouTube, they're more salesmen than anything else. I think some people do a good job at balancing different things. But I wouldn't necessarily call it a problem. It's not a problem to me. It's just a matter if I want to support that or not. Is this for me? And I think that's what it really boils down to. As long as they're not lying, you may still question their ethics or their tactics. I think that's, everyone has their own tactics. And there are definitely tactics out there that, while I'm not going to disrespect somebody for using those tactics, I might not use them for myself. And maybe as a viewer of somebody on YouTube, maybe if they do certain tactics, I might just not patron their page. I might not, watch their stuff or, but I'm not gonna spend energy hating on them or calling them, they're the root of this bad thing or they're the root of that bad thing happening or something like that. Yeah, this would be a great topic of discussion for sure, to have a roundtable discussion on YouTubers, Bronze Age YouTubers. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this because this is I like this, and I've done a couple videos just talking about the whole YouTube thing. So, guys, everybody in the chat right now, I might have Bronze Age might be joining us sooner than later for another topic. Bronze, you got to let me know. But whether or not he's on for this other topic, we're gonna get on a roundtable discussion. So again, folks, make sure you click the notification bell because there's gonna be a Friday Night Live where we're gonna be hashing this stuff out because this is good stuff. All right, everyone. So if anybody has any comments or questions, please drop them in the comments below. Cali Comics, don't know if I said what's up to you. I'm going to go ahead and check our contest for tonight. Let's see if we got close at all to that 500 mark. Maybe we'll have to do it next week. All right, let's see. Again, giving away this The Boys #1. Gem Mint Comic Tom exclusive variant. Throwing in a Scout Comics digital pack. Let's see. Wow, no new followers, guys. Kind of bummed. I thought we'd at least get a few, so that's all right. Unless maybe Whatnot is glitching again on me. I don't know. There's been a few little glitches over the last few days. And sometimes it doesn't want to update. So maybe it's just not updating. Am I getting any notifications from whatnot? Let's see. I am. I see Collector 78 started. I got a couple of, I don't know. We'll see. So I don't know, guys. Maybe we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait till next week to see if we could give this away again. So let's see what we got going on in the comments. Oh, man. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's tough, too, when you bring up such a, I know your opinion there that you had on that. It's very layered, right? And it's tough to kind of have a two-way conversation without us both here being vocal about it. Cali Comics, if you do make your way to whatnot, check that link below, because if you sign up with that link, you can you'll get $10 off of your first purchase, and it doesn't have to be from me. It's just your first purchase on the Whatnot app. White Double, thank you. Thank you. I hear you. Dale. Yeah, Dale. Yeah, let's look. We're gonna see. I'm optimistic that we can get to 500 before next week's show. And again, remember, anybody that makes a purchase for my current live, and there's a bunch of buy it now stuff available right now. You guys are all going to be entered into when this Batman 500 foil variant signed. If you can see the signatures there, Kevin Nolan and Joe Quesada right there, and Kevin's down there. Every purchase is an entry into winning that. And again, a reminder for all of the 10K prizes that are going on right now from videos over the last couple of weeks. So go check out those videos if you haven't, and stay tuned for upcoming videos where I'm going to be announcing even more giveaways, including our grand prize giveaway. Should I show the grand prize giveaway before we head out, everyone? Let me grab the grand prize giveaway because I want to show it off. We got some goodies, everyone. So, this is what we still have. Got a piece of fuzz going on in my mouth. We got this beautiful 9.8 Venom number 4 Virgin variant Del Auto masterpiece there. Now, the way we're going to work this is going to be special. This is going to be a special giveaway, and it's going to involve comic book canon as well. So stay tuned for that. We have this one. This is running right now, everyone. So you got to go find the video, like and comment on the video. Make sure you're subbed up to win this beautiful EGS 9.8 Spawn 311 Chadwick Boseman tribute. Beautiful custom label from EGS that's running right now. Remember, we got the BCW XO Man of War Storefolio filled with comic books. That's running right now as well. Final days to have a chance to win this. If you go find that video, I'm going to be announcing the winner of this either tomorrow or Sunday. Right? We have the beautiful Red Sonja number 1 with the Journos Comics custom slab 9.8 Virgin variant. That is going to be an awesome one to send off. And we got Tony. Where did he go? Where's Tony's comment go? There it is. Tony, president of EGS. Absolutely. We have a $150 gift card to A1 Comics that somebody's going to win. That's the runner-up grand prize. And the grand prize, again, donated by amazing friend of the channel, Dan De La Torre. Spectacular Spider-Man 64, signed by Ed Hannigan. 9.6 CGC Signature Series, first appearance of Cloak and Dagger. Awesome, awesome stuff. So guys, again, the next couple of weeks are going to be crazy. And this isn't even the stuff, all the stuff that we're giving away on Comic Book Canon. We have a lot of goodies on Comic Book Canon. Nervasa. Don't worry, you catch it on the rewind for sure. Thank you, Callie. Thank you. Yeah. So everyone, again, this is we've been celebrating the last couple of weeks since hitting 10K. And I keep saying with every milestone, I'm only getting started, folks. I have so many plans for this channel, so many plans for the Journos Comics brand. This is my livelihood. This is my life. And I couldn't do any of it without you guys, week after week, day after day. And I'm going to tell you guys, there's days where sometimes I feel like I want to quit. There's days where it just takes everything out of me. Dude J. Ryan, what's going on? But I love what I do. I love being able to come here and, provide what I provide for all of you and to allow you all to continue to support me and provide me with the ability to keep doing what I'm doing. So, again, that's why all the prizes to give back, a lot of paying it forward too, because like I said, a lot of these prizes are wonderful donations from amazing friends of the channel and amazing sponsors as well, like My Comic Shop and BCW and A1 Comics. It's just EGS, and Tony and EGS over there. So I'm extremely humbled and grateful. And man, it's been a show. So I want to wrap up the show by saying one more point. Comic Book Canon is a blast. One more point here, guys. Final word about the talking point today. Into oblivion. Guys, I don't want you all to be so stuck in your ways and see things from such a one-sided perspective to where people can't speak on things differently, one way or the other. That was the moral of the story today, whether it's me being able to speak on it or somebody else, or you guys being able to speak on it. If I want to talk positive about speculation or anything in this hobby, and you think differently, at least open your mind to what I'm saying and put yourself on the other side of the argument. If I want to talk about my concerns for speculation or anything else in the hobby, I want you guys to do the same thing. I want you all to be able to do the same thing. Remember, when I took debate and argumentation in college, I was undefeated, and I pride myself in saying that. That just shows, again, I'm not trying to boast here, but I say that to have pride in my ability to help you all take those same tools. And I won arguments. As if I was a lawyer in court with somebody's life on the line. Guilty or not guilty. I had to argue against things that I believed in. I had to argue against things that I morally, like the moral fabric of my soul, believed in. And I still won. Because the world we live in is not black and white. And neither are comic books. Well, most of them. I know the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones were, but you can find those in full color now. Guys, this hobby is a beautiful hobby. It's evolving, even though sometimes that evolution is scary. I know sometimes we don't like where it's going because it's different. It's change. And it's hard for us is in our old age to adapt to change, a lot of us. But we got to let it evolve. We got to open our minds to it. And we got to help nourish where it goes. Keep an open mind. Understand the beauty in the rainbow. so to say. Even if your favorite color is blue and you can't stand red, find the beauty in it all. Question things, have concerns, but do so with not only respect, but with substantiating a valid argument. Think for yourself, critically think, step outside of your box. That's the show tonight, folks. Again, if you aren't subscribed yet, please do so. I can't wait till we hit 15,000 and 20,000 because we are going to do that one day. It may take a little while, but we're going to get there. Thank you guys so much. Be well, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. I hope to see all of you guys on Sunday on Comic Book Canon. For Jeff and I, we're going to have an awesome show. We have an awesome guest. You guys aren't, I'm telling you, we have an awesome special guest on Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. Find us there. And again, folks, follow me on Whatnot. I'll see you guys next week. Be well.